Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to the new topic. Today I would like to share about a topic. The discourse on blessings. In Pali we call Mangala Suttas. In Vietnamese we say Hạnh Phúc Kinh. Its suttas or its discourse, the Buddha takes about 38 blessings in Buddhism, and this suttas is very popular in Buddhism, especially in the special events. The Theravada Buddhist monk always chant this sutta to remind the Buddhist practitioners how to reach the highest blessings in 38 different lessons. Regarding to these suttas, we also have a story, so I just tell you briefly. You know, in the Buddha times, there's humans and deities get up about the source of happiness. They always adopt that. So, what is the real happiness come from? The Devas and humans spent 12 years to search for the real happiness or the highest blessings. And they argue together a lot about the same topic, and then they got confused that I is happiness, and one other's master, he claimed that air is happiness, and other ones also claim that tongue is happiness. No one get the real answers, so they still got argument together, and then they come to, the Devas or the deities. They come to report to the kings of the deities, and then the kings of the deities told them that where is the problem occurs, or where is the problem occurs, please come there, and then took a resolve. And then the kings of Devas told them that in the human world, there are the enlightenment ones who stay there, so come to the enlightened ones, the Buddha, ask the same questions. Where is the highest happiness come from? So humans and Devas come to ask the Buddha. So I just told in briefs, and then the Devas, a lot full of Devas come to the Cheta Cross near the cities of Sawadis, that monasteries was built and offered to the Buddhas by Anatta Banditgas. The deities come to that monasteries and have no place for them, and then the deities make themselves smaller to get the enough spares to listen to a real topic of the Buddhas. Those are about 38 highest blessings. And then the Buddha told them that push at all, that is in the first verse, that's the discourse of the blessing. The Buddha said that Asevana cha pala nang bandita nan cha sevana pocha cha pujaniya nang etamang kala mutamang is mean it's avoiding those of foolish ways, associating with the wise and honoring those worthy of honors. For to avoid those of foolish ways is very important for the one who seeking for the real happiness, and for our childhood and for our human connection also is very important. At the first important remark that we have to avoid those not to associate with the foolish one, and in this first verse the Buddha also clearly mentions and recommends us to avoid those foolish ways, and we just avoid the foolish one, and then all the good opportunity ways are ready to open to welcome us. Once again, for the first verse, avoiding those of foolish ways, associating with the wise, and honoring those worthy of honors. These are the highest blessing. Okay, these blessings are these lessons of a blessing was said by the Buddha, so we can believe in. And next verse, because in the suttas there are totally 10 verses, and we can consider it as the 38 lessons of creating the real happiness. And this 38 lessons is for 3 different groups of people. The first group is for Buddhists or householders, and second group is for monks, nuns, novices, and the last one is for one who would stay accuse themselves from house, from the likes of householders, and searching for the highest, searching for the extreme happiness we call Nibbana. And next we come to the second verse. Patirupati sa vaso cha phope cha kata punyata atasama paniti cha etamang kalamuttamang. Living in place of suitable kinds with the proofs of past good deeds and guided by the rightful ways. These are the highest blessing. So in this second verse, the Buddha also mentioned that, okay, if we can find the suitable place for us, includes the suitable countries for us, so we can make our life happy and prosperous. It's like, you know, USA, we always get the same answer that USA is the land of opportunity. So one who was born and grew up and learned and worked and spend their most of lifetime in USA, and we can't live in USA without mindfulness and concentration and wisdom. So we can guarantee that our life gonna to attain this highest blessing. And the third word, Pahu Satyancha Sipancha Vinayocha Susikito Supasita Vacha Etamang Kalamuttamang. Accomplished with learnings and craftsmanship skill, with disciplines highly trained and speech that is truth and pleasant to hear. These are highest blessing. Here is also regarding to the sweet words. It means that, okay, if we how to use the polite words to each others in the public relationships or in our connections, so also gain the happiness. And as Mata Pitu Opathanang Potatara Sasangaho Ana Kulaja Kamanta Etamang Kalamuttamang, providing for mothers and father support, and cherishing families and ways of words that harm no being. These are the highest blessing. As you know, I don't know what is the exactly lifestyles of Americans cultures when their children grow up, and when their parents get old, they have the duty to take care or not, I don't know. But for the Buddhist traditions and the Buddhist cultures, especially the Asian cultures, one who was born and affected by Asian cultures or Asia cultures, for the children generations, they always remind to have and to take care their parents when they are getting old. Yes, that one who are ready to take care of their parents when they are getting old. That is the truth. That is the highest blessings according to the Buddhist traditional belief, yeah. And for the fifth verse, Thanan cha thamma cha riya cha yatakanan cha sankaho anavachani kamani etamang kalamuttamang. Giving with dhammas in the hearts, offering harp to relatives and kin, and acting since Vedas leave no blame. There's the highest blessing. Here's, the Buddha also appreciates most. One can share the Dharma, can share the good lessons just by heart. Means that we give as elders the advice. We show the elders the righteous ways to the heaven and to the Nibbana by heart, by our heart feel. The Buddhas appreciates most, and also, as human beings, we also have our foundations. Mean that we just know who we are is not enough. We have to know where we come from. I mean that everyone existing in this world, we always have parents, have siblings, and also have a relative. So, besides we have to responsible, we have responsible as our own life. If possible, we also have the good opportunity or the good duties to take care of others, especially our relative. The way I explain, I cannot go through all 38 blessings of the Buddha. Indeed, I just read the words in Pali and in English, and I just explain on what is really get touched to our heart as a Buddhist practitioner. Verse number 6. Arati virati papa machapana cha sanyamo apamato cha thammisu etamang kalamuttamang. State pause in restraints and silence various ways, avoiding interseconds, thus draws the minds and has fullness in all things that arise. These are the highest blessing. This word, the most important thing that is has fullness in all things that arise in the daily life. According to this verse of as in the discourse on the blessing, the lessons of has fullness in all things that arise is very important. I mean that in daily life we have to contemplate on our body and mind, and we have to mind this. Everything are existence is around us at the present moment. That is, mean that we live with mindfulness, or we can say that in the Buddhist textbook we also, for me, I remember well there is a book titled "Living This Life Fully." Mean that living this life with our mindfulness. Mindfulness can protect us, yeah. And verse number 7. Karvo cha nivato cha santuti cha katanyuta kalena thamma savanang etamang kala muttamang. Respectfulness and humble ways, contentment and gratitude, and hearing the Dhammas frequently touch. That is very important, that if we would like to gain wisdom, the most important thing that we need to do frequently that is listening to the Dhammas, listening to the teachings of the Buddhas, and listening carefully, and again and again, day by day, week by week, and month by month, because the Buddha also mentioned that so sanglapate panjang, a good listener always gain wisdom, so that we have to listening to the Dhammas frequently, and also we can choose to listen on any topics that regarding to our lives, or regarding to our current matters, because Dhamma is a creator, and Dhamma also support to our mindsets, and Dhammas also make our mindsets skillful. Yeah, and I have to go quickly. So verse number 8 in Mangala Sutta. Khanti cha so vachasata samananan cha tatsanang kalena thamasa katha etamang kala muttamang. A patience and willingness to accept one fall. Yeah, so at this point, everyone's always have mistake. Especially we need to rely our own mistake and accept it and correct it. If we wish to be close up and to be a wise man in the future, since venerated seekers of the truth and sharing open the words of the Dhammas, and this as the highest blessing. So we know how to use our useful time to share the Dhamma, to discuss the Dhammas is order, and that is also the highest blessing in Buddhism. And verse number 9, Tapo cha brahmacariyan cha Ariya Satyana Tatsanang Nibbana Sati Kiraya cha Etamang Kala Muttamang. The holy lives live with ordinate force, seeing for oneself the noble truths and the realizations of Nibbanas. These are the highest blessings. We also, if we would like to release our sufferings from this world, from this samsara, we have to live. We have to live in the holy life. It means that we need to be a monk who we have to live a life far away from the householders. Mean that to be the monk, live in temple, or in the Buddha time we have to live alone in the jungle and practice based on the middle ways, and also have also aim to see the noble truth and to rely on to make our nibbana, our extreme happiness, to be clear. And the last one made us verse number 10. Puttasa lokatamehi chitang yasana kampati asokang virachang khemang etamang kalamutamang. All those involved in worldly ways, and seconds the mind remains, and beyond of sorrow, spotless sections. These are the highest blessing. Here it is very clearly, even we live in this world, we live with all the peoples, in families, in temples, in the community, but our minds, we have to train our minds, and we have to practice inside meditation to be free from the worldly ways, and live beyond our sorrow, spotless and sexual. So I believe some of the Buddhist monk can do that. Okay, and then the Buddha also just concludes here. Eta tisani katwana sappatang sappatama parajita sappata soting kachanti tang te sang mankala muttamang. And they who live by following this path, victorious wherever they go, and every place for them is safe. These are the highest blessings. Yes, so it's very clear that just if you follow these 38 highest blessings in Buddhism, it means that you are steps on the middle way to approach the extreme happiness, and you also can get victories, and you also get saved for everywhere, every time, and every corner in this world. So the topic today is going the end, and we hope that you all live this life happy, and will experience the highest blessings of the Buddha. Namo Buddhaya.